Welcome to Golden Drop, everyone. My name is Sharon McDonald, and I am very happy to be here with you today, and wanted to say thank you for everyone who has chosen to come on the call and get some education on one of my very favorites, Purify. You know, I have used essential oils for 22 years now, and one of my favorite things to do is use this in my laundry. And I wish I would have had this when I was a mom using cloth diapers, because it will take the smell out of urine, the urine smell out of clothing, out of diapers, out of anything. You can even use it as a pet spray, right? To be able to really take out those undesirable odors. And so this is why I use it in my laundry. I use it in my cleaning for my house, for the countertops as well. And it's because this essential oil has some really cool properties, which we're going to talk about. This particular essential oil has got lime, it's got lemon, it has Siberian fir, it has citronella in it, and it has tea tree, which is melaleuca, and cilantro. And you can really smell the cilantro in it. It's very, 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 very cleansing. It's very fresh. And I'm going to give you a little allergy tip before I go into my other tips. Because of the essential oils that are in here, it acts like a very good depollinator. So those of you who are in areas where there's a high pollen count and you need to bring that pollen count down specifically in the home, I'm going to give you a diffuser recipe, all right? And that diffuser recipe is, in your diffuser, you're going to use 5 to 6 or 7 drops. So 5 to 7 drops of Purify. Just drop it into your diffuser, and then add the rest, so 3 to 4 drops of lavender. Now, the reason why we want to do lavender is because it acts like an antihistamine, but the whole combination of all of these is incredible for decreasing that pollen count and really helping the air quality. So sometimes after you do fish, you know how your house will kind of smell that way. If you do this, it just takes that down so fast. So it's amazing. So that's one of the very first ways that I wanted to share with you what to do. I use this as an air freshener. In fact, this is one of my little air fresheners that I have, and I keep it in the bathroom. I have a black one and a white one. But the mist on this, I don't know if you can see it. Do you see how, I mean, it just goes so long, and it's so lovely. And it's just water and essential oil. I never add anything more, not even to my cleanser, my counter cleanser. I use Purify in a 16-ounce bottle, and I forgot to bring it over here to where my station is. I also use it. It's awesome for deodorant. You can put it under your armpits if you're in a rush. It is the best for foot odors too. So stinky boy feet, which we have 4 of our 5 kids are boys, and their feet just tend to reek. So you can spray it inside their shoes. You can have them put it on the bottom of their feet, and it really helps with that odor, and it's wonderful. So it is a disinfectant as well, which is why I love to use it as a cleanser. So I put about anywhere from 10 to 20 drops in a 16-ounce glass bottle. And I do use glass, and people are surprised, but my kids don't break them. And my mom is the one that broke it the last time that we used it. So the other thing is you can use it for mildew, cleaning up mildew. You just need several drops in your little water container that you're going to take your sponge in and clean it out. So just remember that that's a really good one. And this is something my kids really wanted to make sure that you knew today. They're like, don't forget to tell them that it's great for bee stings and scorpion stings. Okay. So even mosquito bites. And so we make up a little roller bottle with almost the whole thing with Purify and a little bit of lavender. And it's up to you how you want it, but you just roll it right on a sting, and it will take that sting out so fast. And it hasn't mattered whether it was a scorpion sting, which hurts so bad. You have never, it's like 50 times worse than a wasp sting or a hornet. Scorpions are terrible. So just know that this works really, really well for anti-itch. It's lovely. So I'm going to give you, I'm going to want to go over the emotional impact of this essential oil because it's so lovely and I love to put this in there. So this is for purification, all right? Purify assists individuals in releasing toxic emotions and entering a cleansing state. It invites the energy system, washing away negative influences, and this blend supports individuals who feel trapped by negative emotions and toxicity. Purify provides freedom from past habits and patterns and is especially helpful in contributing to toxic feelings of hate, rage, and serving other negative attachments that can happen in human relationships. Like lemongrass, this was super interesting to me. Like lemongrass, Purify makes a wonderful space cleaner. So energetic space cleaner. It can also clear negative energy in a household or an environment, as well as cleanse the air of odors and harmful pathogens and microorganisms. Diffused in the air, these oils can facilitate emotional breakthroughs. In order to heal, one must also be able to receive. But in order to receive, one must first release the blocking of new and cleansing energy from entering. Purify supports individuals in constantly releasing old so that they can be open to the new. And so that is the emotional, and this is the book that I used. I wanted to share this with those of you who might be new to our call. So this comes from this book. This is the brand new version of Essential Emotions. And then from this book, I'm going to share a couple of recipes. And what's fun about this book is all of the proceeds goes to Let's Empower Women is a nonprofit organization. So when you buy this book, this goes with it, but I've got a special surprise. It isn't super official, but it's going to happen. This book is merging with Droply, the Droply app. So those of you who use this Droply app, you're going to start seeing all the recipes in this book. And you're going to be able to use it as an awesome reference when you're teaching people one-on-one. And you're still going to be able to have all your awesome recipes that you put into your app if you are an owner of the app, and you can give it free to people. But if you're a user, you're going to be able to have all of this glory for amazingness. There is going to be an advanced section that you can pay a one-time fee for. And that isn't going to be very expensive. They haven't told me the exact price of that, but just know that that's coming. I wanted to share a couple of recipes with you. This one is exactly like the one that I use for stinky shoes as a mama because it stinks so bad. And I have a spray bottle about this big that I keep it in. And here is the recipe, all right? You do 4 drops of Purify. Okay, and then you take 8 drops of tea tree, 8 drops of lavender, and 4 tablespoons of baking soda, and 4 tablespoons of cornstarch. You mix this overnight in an airtight container, and you sprinkle that lightly. Okay, there's 2 different ones. So this one is actually the powder that you can put in shoes. Bogs, we have bogs and mucks in our house for all the snow. So those of you from cold areas where this is a boot that you wear, this is really good for those stinky boots. So it's like the dry shampoo that I make and that I've showed you guys how to make. This is so you can keep it I keep it in a pint container, and then I take a tablespoon and I sprinkle it into the shoes. You can also get a Parmesan. This is something I just found the other day, and I was like, I'm going to totally use this for this. And it is a Parmesan, you know, those little Parmesan containers that you can get for Parmesan, and you can sprinkle it on. They're about this big, and at the dollar store, they're like $1, right? So silver little top, bigger holes. You can also put it in there and then sprinkle it in shoes. So I'm going to give you this recipe again, and then I'm going to give you the liquid one. Okay, the liquid one is just no starch, no baking soda. So I don't want to confuse you because there's 2 different recipes. 4 drops of the cleansing blend, which is Purify. 8 drops of tea tree melaleuca. 8 drops of lavender, and then you just for the powder form, 4 tablespoons of baking soda and 4 tablespoons of cornstarch. Just drop it in there. Their feet can still go in, and it's going to actually get into their socks and keep that stinkiness away. And that's what I love. And I actually do that all the time in their winter boots. They have to be dry so it doesn't get cakey. And so I make sure that they're dried first. But then in the spray bottle, I do all of those oils in the exact amount. So this bottle is about this big. It's in the other room. And I just put all of those in there with a little bit of baking soda, just a teeny tiny, like a pinch in there. And that gives the oil something to really hold to. And then you fill the rest with water and then just spray it in as needed. In fact, I have one child who loved that for his feet before he put on his socks. He would spray his feet because he didn't like to put all the oils on one at a time. And he would do that. I use this Purify for my fabric softener. And I have a couple of containers I want to show you. This one comes from IKEA, and I fill this with white vinegar that I buy at Costco, my favorite place to shop. And then I just put in this container, I put about 10 to 20 drops in this container of Purify. And you can add other things like petitgrain, you can add lavender to it. You can kind of go to town, but this Purify really just stops that. A couple of new containers that I've gotten, these are containers from Trader Joe's that have ginger beer in them. And I loved the containers because I'm a glass container hoarder because I love them. But this is what came off of the Trader Joe's. So it's ginger beer or ginger brew, but and then they have a ginger ale. And so they have different colors. So they have this one in this color, and then they have brown. But what's lovely about these is that all you do is fill it up with your water, put your Purify in it, and then pour it into the container. From my mama heart to your mama hearts and your parent hearts and your human heart, thank you so much for being here. And I hope you all have a great week.